In this episode, I will clarify some important concepts and terms in our understanding of history. These concepts are fixed and do not change. I am Sham and we are now in the series, The Story of Sham. Let's start. Throughout history, we find controversy over the word Islamic conquest, and there are those who say that it is an occupation and not a conquest. Well, let us now differentiate between the meaning of occupation and the meaning of Islamic conquest. First, occupation is the seizure by a state or group of the lands of another state or part of it by force. The occupation is accompanied by destruction, devastation, and eradication, identity of the country of origin changing its name and working to annihilate its people as well, erasing their faith and religion. The occupation also begins with a big lie, which is that we came to develop this land and raise its standard of living. Will you leave any of the people to raise their level? You come and kill everyone and erase everything. Is this development? An example for occupation: European occupation of South Africa, the occupation of North America and the extermination of the Native Americans. Finally, the Zionists occupied Palestine. Secondly, the Islamic conquest. It is a fight against a king or government that is unjust and oppressing its people, so Muslims fight them to liberate this people from their oppression. This may happen without a fight as well. The Islamic conquest is accompanied by leaving freedom of belief and religion to the people. The Islamic State works to protect non-Muslim citizens as well and treat them with social rights like any Muslim. There will be no devastation or destruction, but rather there will be reconstruction of the country. An example for Islamic conquest: conquering Egypt and saving its people from Roman oppression. Conquering Iraq and Persia and ridding them of Persian oppression and persecution. Conquering Constantinople and ridding its people of the oppression of the rulers and the heavy taxes imposed on them. Well, this is the difference between occupation and Islamic conquest. There are also two other concepts that we must differentiate between, which are terrorism and resistance. Terrorism: the use of violence or the use of media and lies in the service of political, religious or ideological orientations, with the aim of harming the largest number of society. Resistance is the use of all possible means to resist the occupier who came to take the land or came to kill and annihilate. And that's like what Omar al-Mukhtar did in Libya against the Italians, what the Egyptians did against the French campaign, what the Palestinians are doing against the Zionist occupation, what Ukraine is doing against Russia. All of these are forms of resistance against the occupiers and an attempt to expel them from the homeland. These concepts are fixed and do not change, so it was important to mention them in a separate episode so that we understand them well. Thank you and see you in the next episode.